Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel and to another Transformers review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Transformers Deluxe Class Shattered Glass Blurr. This thing looks mental. Now I'm going to preface this review with the fact that I know next to nothing about shattered glass, so I'm just going to be basing my opinions on the figure itself. It did come with this comic book. I don't generally read them, but I have to say this does look pretty good. Now, as far as I'm aware, I think it's only the cover that's exclusive on these comics, so do correct me if I'm wrong. We'll take a quick look at it, so let's do that before we look at the figure. So, it's nice. I love the artwork on the front there. I think that was pretty awesome. The title there is all in like metallics, like foil. It's really nice. It's a good looking comic. Mine's got a bit of a ding to it. It just turned up that way, so it's a bit of a shame. But yeah, it looks quite good. Just says Pulse on the back. The artwork is really nice. I will have a read of it, but I haven't had the chance yet. But yeah, it looks pretty good. I do quite like the way Starscream looks in here as well. I wasn't going to pick him up, but I think I might do now. And I like that it's got the headmasters in it as well, so that's pretty cool. I like that. So yeah, it looks like it'll be an interesting read. I definitely want to know what's going on here, because I do know that the factions are flipped and that the Autobots are now evil and the Decepticons are heroic. So, I mean, either way you look at it, that's kind of a weird thing going on there. But like I say, I know nothing about this, so yeah, that'll be an interesting read, I think. So to the figure itself, and yes, here we are. This is a Shattered Glass Blurr. I love the packaging. I mean, I know we've seen the packaging, but when you actually get it in hand, it's pretty cool. Yeah, this is similar to the RED figures where it's, you know, it's sort of, well, shattered. I mean, yeah, it's shattered glass, so I see what they're going for. I still haven't worked out what it means on the RED figures, but it looks pretty cool. And you get a good look at Blurr in there, and yeah, his colouring is awesome. There's a wonderful piece of artwork just on the top left of the box there. I need to find out what's going on here. And again, lovely bit of artwork. I don't know if that piece is actually in the comic. I'll have to have a look. And there's his pictures on the back, prototype pictures. Blurr is a sadistic data interceptor with the ability to steal kinetic energy, sapping anything that moves of their speed to increase his own. Okay, so I can barely read that, it's so small. And then there's that bit of artwork there again. It just has shattered glass on the top, it's Karatomi, and the usual warnings and whatnot on the bottom. So, right, let's crack this guy open and have a closer look. Right, so here is Shattered Glass Blurr out of his box, and I have to say, it looks really good. I do have one issue with my copy though. But before we get to that, let's have a look, see what he comes with. I try not to do this too often, but I did really like the piece of card that goes in the back of the box. Trying to get my lights to not glare off of it. Sort of, I don't even know what kind of art you would call this, but it's interesting. So, I mean, you can see it's Blurr, but if you showed that to anybody who didn't know who the figure was or who the character was, I don't think they'd get that. But yeah, it was in the box, so. And you also get his instructions, and these are done in a different colour from what we've been getting usually, which is quite cool. I like the fade from blue to pink there. That's quite nice. So, just the instructions, but yeah, just done in that different colour. So that's that side, yeah, pretty cool. So you got those, and you do get a little rifle, and this is, as expected, exactly the same as the one that came with the Studio Series figure, just done in a different colour. So it's not painted, it's just done in grey, but yeah, it's okay. It's a gun. It's the same one. So. And you go. I can't remember what this is. Is it some sort of welding kit? I can never remember what this thing is. I think he used it in the movie, or I can't even remember. I think I remember seeing it once, and I just don't recall it after that. So, but yeah, it's done in that same grey plastic. So yeah, exact same thing, different colour. So right, let's have a look at the figure himself. Now I will address the pygmy elephant in my room. The pin, I don't know if this is the same on other people's copies, but the pins holding this up are extremely loose, especially on this left arm. It will, when it feels like it, hold in place, but it does keep dropping down, so pardon me. So yeah, that's a bit of an issue with mine. I hope that has not affected everybody, but yeah, my flipping tripod's going to play me up as well now. But yeah, other than that, he's pretty cool. So let's bring this in a bit, and oh, that face, I mean, wow. He does look very mean. That's a face I'm not used to seeing on Blurr. Honestly, it does look like a different character to me. It's quite menacing. That's the sort of face I expect to see on Starscream. And the where he's got this eye patch, I don't know if you can see it. It's red. There's a bit of red there, and there's a couple of bits of red underneath, and it almost makes it look like his eye is bleeding. That's quite disturbing. But yeah, I mean, it's really well sculpted. It does look really good. I find it a little off-putting. But yeah, I mean, it's clearly Blurr. But yeah, it's nice. So basically, the only difference between this and the original Studio Series figure is the head. The rest is basically just a recolouring. So yeah, you won't see anything different in the moulding or anything. It is exactly the same. But he does have this nice piece of transparent orange on his chest there, and you can see the Autobot, the evil Autobot logo. And, oh, flipping stay up. It's not going to stay. All right, it's going to have to dangle. Yeah, it's good. It's nicely painted. It almost feels like there's some of that mould release agent on it, sort of powdery. But it might just be me, just imagining stuff. But yeah. There you go, up the back. So yeah, nice, really nice. So let's quickly give him his weapons. So let's see if we can hold them. You can hold that one. Oh god, that's really going to annoy me, that now. I want to put the other one. There it is. So yeah, no problem. All done. It holds them nice and tightly, so there's no problem there about losing them, you know, or them dropping out of his hands like some figures we've had in a not too distant past. But, yeah. Articulation wise, it's the exact same as the Studio Series figure, but I will quickly run it down. His head is on a ball joint, but you can't really get much out of it. You can sort of look forward slightly. Not really look back. Not really anything side to side, but it does rotate. Actually, it's kind of weird because it rotates more at the front than the back. So his arms do go all the way around, and they're oddly ratcheted, and they go out to the side. So you can get the main shoulder part to there, but you can move the whole thing out to there if you want to. He has a rotation joint at the elbow. See, this side's quite loose as well. He's got 90 degrees at the elbow. Both of these pins are really loose. And every time I move him, they fall. He does this one have a... No, he doesn't. I couldn't remember if he had a ab crunch, but he doesn't. It's got rotation at the waist. Legs go out that far. Back that far. Out to the side. Rotation at this mushroom peg here. Single joint at the knee, although it kind of feel like it wants to be a double joint, but I think that's transformation. And then he's got a an ankle tilt, and his tippy toes will move up. Oh, actually, it takes his whole foot with him. I've forgotten about that. I didn't review the original figure. That was when I was at Fingers and Plastic, and Simon did that one. So yeah, yeah, it's Blurr. Oh man, that is... I don't know if that's QC on this particular figure or if it's on anybody else's, because I haven't watched anybody else's reviews yet. So yeah, I will do the transformation, but that's probably going to keep dropping down at some point. So yeah, all right, time for the transformation then. Right, so I got halfway through the transformation and then realised that I hadn't done the robot mode comparisons. So this is going to be a sneaky edit. Just get this in. So there's the shattered glass one, and there is the original. So as you can see, they are both identical, bar the head and the paint job. So yeah, no differences there. So let's bring this in a little bit closer. We can have a closer look at those faces. And yeah, they've retooled the head slightly, the main helmet bit, but obviously the biggest difference there is the face, and it does almost make him look like a completely different character. But yeah, so there. Yeah, but that's it. That's the difference between the two. Not very much, just a wee bit. So right, I will now send you back to the transformation. Bye. Right then, so you're going to start from the back, and you're just going to lift this section up, and it's on a double joint, so that whole thing just sits in there. Bring that up, just rotate this piece over his face, like so, and then rotate this section around, so you have that like that. You can rotate the arms up, and then you're just going to open up these pieces here and just flip that over onto the fist like so, and then close it back down. And then you're going to rotate these pieces at that joint, just do a full 180 like so, so you end up with this. And you're going to go down to the leg sections, and we're going to open these up. So you just take these two pieces and just pop them open, and then just flip the foot so it's like that. Now this one slightly different. You're just going to bring out this piece here, just rotate that all the way around and bring the foot up. And then you can see here there's a couple of pegs. There's a peg here, and they're just going to go in these ports here. And if you can slide that one in, it's easier, but then it's getting that one in as well, like so. And you're just going to end up like that. And then that whole section will just rotate over his upper legs, like so. And then you're just going to close these up again, and you've got, let's see there, you've got a port there. I've got a peg there. Just put those in. Make sure you get that pegged in, and it is a little bit awkward. Especially so because I'm doing it on the camera now. Of course. Go on, in you go. There we go. And the same that side. we go, like that. Just leave those feet like that for a minute. And then you're gonna just bring these down on the, because there's a long hinge just here. Just bring that down, like so. Do it on both sides. Just leave that like that for a moment, because we're going to rotate these parts in, this part here. And rotate that inwards. And then you can see there's a big port there. And there's a big peg. We can't really see it actually, but there is a big peg just there that you're going to put in there. And this part does involve a bit of flexing, which is a bit weird. I think there's probably a better way they could have done that, but anyway, can't really see that. Just trying to, can I show you that? It's difficult to see. You can just see it just pegged in there. So it's the same this side. Just, you see that big peg there? It's just got to go into there. So again, just rotate that in and then put that in there. They say, hopefully. God, why are you giving me jib? That was because it's not plugged in properly down there. Look at that. Wow, flipping heck. That's not gone over that bit. You have to make sure that this bit goes over there, and again, it's a little bit more flexing, which I would really prefer not to have to do, but okay, I think it's in now. Yeah, okay, that goes in there like that. And then all you're going to do here is you're going to bring these arms back up, and that nose cone's come down again, and there is a peg here, and they're going to go in down here, and I think it's this one or this one, I can't remember which. It's that one, it's that top one. So it's just going to peg into there, hopefully. And then there's another one here that you kind of want to slide this over if you can, rather than pushing it in. And then it's lining up these tabs and just getting them in place. So that's the same on this side. Just lining everything up. Slide that one into there, like so. And then you can come down and just lift up the little back seat there, and that's the vehicle mode, which I do say, excuse me, I have to say I do really like. I liked it on the original Studio Series figure as well. I think it's a really nice vehicle mode. It comes together really well, and you even kind of end up with a stand of sorts that kind of makes him look like he's sort of floating off the ground a little bit. So yeah, it's a really nice vehicle mode, and I do really love the colours of this one as well. Deep blue, silver, and this nice metallic blue up on the front of the vehicle mode here. It does look amazing. Yeah, fantastic looking figure. Well, the vehicle mode anyway. I mean, both modes look good. Both modes look good, but I think for this one I prefer the vehicle mode. I think it looks, even like this, it looks kind of menacing. It's just really nice. So weapon storage, yes you can. If you take the main rifle, and there's a tab just here, and that will go in the butt of the rifle, so you can put that in there. And then you take this piece, and there's two tabs just going to go either side there. You just take it and put it in there like so, and yeah, there you go, little shattered glass Blurr. So for comparison, here is the original one. I've just remembered I forgot to do the flipping comparison for robot mode. Darn it. I will transform them back and I will edit that in. That's not holding in there. That's better. So there you go, you get to see the two there, and they look pretty good. It's a great mould. It's, you know, it really is. It's when I saw this one come up for pre-order, I was like, yes. I don't, like I say, I don't really know anything about shattered glass, but I love Blurr. So, and it's weird because Blurr was one of those figures I had as a kid, and I hated him at the time. I hated having him because my friend over the road had all the good bots. He had like Optimus and Galvatron and Hot Rod, I think he even had Rodimus Prime, and I had like Astro Train, Sandstorm and Blurr, and at the time I was so jealous because I really wanted those new bots. I really wanted the big ones, and yeah. But yeah, it's funny as you get older and nostalgia kicks in and you think, you know, actually Blurr was a really good figure. I'm so gutted that I got rid of him because I had the Target Master version as well. But yeah, so there you go, that's the two together. Yeah. Very nice. So yeah, I think this is a good figure. I'm a bit bummed out about the QC issues with the arms. I will check out other people's reviews and see if it's an issue. If it's not, then I think I might ask Hasbro if they can just replace this one for me, because in robot mode those are just going to keep falling down. But yeah, otherwise I'm really happy with this figure. You know, it's quite nice to get the comic book, so a little bit of added value with that. So yeah, right, so that's it for this one, guys. As always, thanks for joining me. Oh yes, I always keep forgetting I am now on Discord, so if you would like to come and chat with me on Discord, let me know and I will send you the invite link. There's quite a few really cool people on the Discord server now, so it's not just me, there's loads of other people like Toys R Us and Input and who else is on there? Ultra Marcus. There's loads of really good creators on there, so come and have a chat with us, it'd be great. So as always, thanks for watching. Do take care of yourselves. Bye for now.